Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Juan Solo here with A Squad Gaming. In today's video, we are going to be talking about Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare Remastered. That's right, we're getting Call of Duty 4 Remastered this fall, launching alongside Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, and I am super excited. I cannot wait, honestly. The gameplay you're seeing in this video is Call of Duty 4 Team Deathmatch on Pipeline. I start off using the Barrett 50 cal here, and honestly, I haven't did a whole lot of sniping in Call of Duty in a while, and I was pretty rusty here. I get one kill, and then I get smoked. But the sniping in this game, it was great. It was a lot of fun. The guns killed. Like almost 99% of the time, it was a one-shot kill. But anyway, let's get into the video, guys. Today we're going to be talking about what the game is going to come with, multiplayer-wise, campaign-wise, all that stuff, and the graphics. And we're just going to we're going to talk about it. So the game is going to come out as a digital download if you get the Legacy Edition of the Call of Duty 2016, which everybody's saying is Infinite Warfare. We've had many leaks saying it's going to be Infinite Warfare. But if you get the Legacy Edition, it's going to be $90 US currency, and it's going to come with a digital download of Call of Duty 4 Remastered. And in Call of Duty 4 Remastered, it's going to have full campaign, but we're only going to get 10 multiplayer maps. The original Call of Duty 4 launched with 16 multiplayer maps, and then we got 4 maps as downloadable content with a map pack. I believe it was like April after the launch. I think it was April 2008 we got the maps. But anyway, that made it so that the game had 20 total maps. The version we're going to get this fall is only going to have 10 multiplayer maps. I'm really curious to see what maps they're going to leave out. Obviously, they're probably going to just leave out the DLC maps that we got. So that brings it back down to 16. Which means we're basically getting 16. We're getting 6 maps. 6 maps less, so who gets to pick what maps get in the game and what maps don't? Honestly, whoever it is, I would never want to have that pressure because Call of Duty 4 maps were really good. In my opinion, as long as they include Crash, Overgrown, Vacant, and Crossfire, everything else is going to be a bonus. If we get 10 multiplayer maps and they have those 4 plus, a few other ones, I will be the happiest guy in the world because those maps were my favorite maps in the history of Call of Duty. They were really good maps. They were balanced maps. They weren't really giant maps. They played really well. But being the fact that we're only getting a remastered campaign and 10 multiplayer maps, that's going to leave a lot of open space. I don't know how big the file size is going to be that we're going to have to, install. But they got a lot of room to really amp up the graphics in this game to make it so that it's the best graphics we've ever seen in a Call of Duty. I'll put a picture up here on screen right now, and this is the picture that's been going around that everybody says, please let this be what Remastered is going to look like. And if it looks anything close to this, I don't think I'll ever play another Call of Duty. If we have graphics like this on next gen, it's going to be amazing. The core mechanics of this game are way more simple than, you got Black Ops 3 movement with wall running and swimming and all that stuff. This game, you don't have unlimited sprint. You don't have anything secondary-wise except for a pistol. There is overkill as a perk that you can have like a secondary primary weapon. But it's basically your primary and a pistol. And it's a simple game. But it's a great game. You have 3 kill streaks. You can't customize your kill streaks. You can't customize what your character looks like. You can only put 1 attachment on your gun. So if you want to run a suppressor, you're stuck running with an iron sight. I mean, it's a core game. It was very simple, but it was perfect in my opinion. It was one of the greatest Call of Duties in the history of Call of Duty. But honestly, another thing we need to talk about is game modes. Hopefully game modes wise they bring back the same game modes in Call of Duty 4, because I know in the later Call of Duties Hardpoint kind of took place of Headquarters, and those game modes are 2 completely different game modes. Hardpoint, I'm not saying Hardpoint doesn't take skill, but it doesn't have as much of a strategic gameplay as Headquarters did. Because in Headquarters, once you captured a Headquarters and you died, you didn't respawn. So if you died, you basically left it up to whoever else left alive on your team to hold off the enemy until the 60-second timer was up, and then you moved on to the next Headquarters. Hardpoint, there's no consequences to just running in there and dying because you got to respawn right away. In Headquarters, you had to be strategic. Once you captured that Headquarters, you had to try to be able to be strategic and not die. Otherwise, you're not going to respawn until the next, the next headquarters, or the enemy takes the headquarters that you're at. But other than that, search and destroy, team deathmatch. Honestly, it probably wouldn't even be a bad idea if they threw in kill confirmed. I'm not sure if they're going to do that or not. If they're just going to basically leave everything alone and just amp up the graphics and maybe fix a few of the bugs and stuff like that. But as long as they bring back the core game and the core game modes and don't tweak, don't weapon balance, don't change, maybe a couple of the perks probably wouldn't be a bad idea to make a few tweaks to. But other than that, don't overthink this, Activision Infinity Ward. Don't change a lot of stuff in the game, because that's what made Call of Duty 4 great, was the way it was. Don't go in there and start changing it and give us a remastered version with a bunch of changes that doesn't feel like the same Call of Duty. That's why we want this game. We want the game for what it was. So, this is pretty much all for this video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to smash that like button if you guys are stoked to get Call of Duty 4 Remastered, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.